Nick Coss creates Venomized Doctor Doom and Ghost Rider. Network connection issue still strong with the Force, I see. And dropped inputs. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news for Monday. Hope you're doing well. I've certainly had a fun few days, like being accused of having a lot of invalid traffic on my YouTube channel, of which YouTube are unable to provide any specific information on videos where this has happened. Which also comes from the same company that gives zero advice of how to prevent it. Because according to them, apparently I've been encouraging you to click on things, and I have arrows in videos which also cause problems. Yes, YouTube's the big brain. Over this weekend and throughout the week, I'm going to be putting together some tests. I've made some inroads to block certain things, like blocking a lot of these kind of cryptocurrency, dating, random comment bots from my videos, but you know, they're in other people's videos as well, so I do find that weird if YouTube is singling me out and targeting me. Also, I won't be able to revisit my comment section to put pinned comments on, so I'm going to have to do that through the managed system of YouTube. So the analytics section, there's like a comment thing per video. So I can't put pinned comments, so if you want time codes, you're going to have to go to the description, apparently. And when I put things in the description, apparently I've got to be careful that there's no ads on the relevant sites that I'm quoting and referencing. Yes, this is just ridiculous. The biggest thing about the situation is, though, I'm not alone. This YouTuber here and Twitch streamer, Al Smizzle, he's been affected by this. Mid-South Slots, which is just a YouTube channel that has, like, you know, slot machines and stuff. There's nothing offensive or bad about that. Also, there's, I think it's like a karting YouTuber called David Land. They've had the same problem as well. It's just a very, very weird situation that certain people have been targeted in this way. This situation is a massive wake-up call, and it is a wake-up call on many reasons. First of all, is YouTube have the power. If they don't like you for whatever reason, bye-bye. They can do that. Especially as they've not provided any evidence, it is highly suspect. I mean, look, with my channel grown from 5 years, like, look, if you wanted to blow up on YouTube, you would be at a higher level. Look, Brian Grant is blown up massively in MCOC, Legacy, Karate Mike recently, KT1. You've also got and Seaton, of course. And it's like, right, well, I'm not at the level of kind of like getting massive views on a daily basis. MCOC news is the popular thing on the channel. Grind guides are very popular on the channel. So I know where my niche is, right? And I know what people are interested when they come back to my channel. And occasionally the comic book history stuff. And crystal openings. But look, I know my niche, right? And I know what people are interested in. So I'm gonna put those videos out. And that's the thing. That's what people in the community want to see from my channel. So I'm gonna do that. Which, you know, is a bit of an issue for YouTube, as they kind of say, like, okay, so the 18,000 people that might have been interested in coming to see your video on Saturday, that's all fake, which is just ridiculous. And there's no evidence to prove. The YouTube side of things, I've got plenty of evidence my side, and at the same time, there's not 50,000, well, not say 50,000, but let's say there's regular people. There's a regular 6,000 people that do come out to content. There's also a further 7,000 that are not subscribed, which do come out to content as well. So that's 12,000 people from the community that are willing to come out to my videos on a daily basis. And that's in the analytics. And here's this to prove it. So on Saturday, I released this video, which was like a comedy video, just looking at something that I've always wanted to react to. And also it's a good test against this YouTube system. In this particular video, I removed comment bots from this. And as well, it's interesting to note the amount of people like subscribed, 7,200, not subscribed, 6,900. Most of the time, because YouTube don't send out a good enough notifications to subscribers, I have to rely on the recommended, or I have to rely on the MCOC tag, on the search tag. So when you search MCOC, boom, that pops up as a video for you to watch. So I really don't understand where YouTube are coming off when it comes to, like, you know, invalid traffic. It's like saying, okay, so there's now what, 14,194 fake people that are in this community, which I just don't think is actually possible. This whole situation has rendered my earnings now at a very below minimum wage level, and it is pretty scary for, as I said, YouTube to go, we're going to just switch it off because we can do that because we're YouTube. Nothing of guidance, as I've said, but I want to give some thanks, and I want to leave everything on a positive note before we get into the Marvel Contest Champions news. And I'm sorry to put it in like the news thing, but I want to make this kind of clear. This is the last time I'm going to talk about it before I start running the tests and whether or not, you know, what my plans are for the future with this channel. Karma, Steiny, Eric, Rajdeep, Lawrence, Captain Dante, Storm Chaser, thank you very much for all like donations and stuff. And keeping me going during this time. It does mean a massive amount to me that is the case, that you can help support me. Now, I've already begun making inroads to improve elements with my standing by removing arrows from this video, the Marvel Contest Champions news, also removing it from the thumbnails. I've removed the, or I've put blocks in place for the comment bots that always come up, because I don't know if that's a problem. I don't know. Other channels have it, they're not affected. I still think this has been targeted against me for some reason, especially as after these changes, I'm still seeing drops in earnings. And that's something, again, YouTube aren't being honest and giving me that information. But it now comes to the final point, and what do I plan to do? Am I still going to be around as a YouTuber in the future? And that is, I don't know, but I've got enough money to last me for 3 months, and then that's it. Right, so we're going to end 2020, one of the worst years for everybody. I think that everybody's feeling stuff in general. People are losing jobs. I mean, I'm theoretically losing my job. Although, I must point out, Rich's Realm, not affected by this. Very, very weird. But I appreciate everybody that wants to go and support there. Will we put content on there? I don't know. I'd rather leave this channel just MCOC alone and see what happens in the future with these changes I'm going to put in. But yeah, 3 months, we're going to see what happens, and I'll make a decision probably mid-January whether or not it's bye-bye time. Also, if this video gets, let's say, a like goal of 800 likes in 24 hours, I will continue growing this beard until my birthday in November, and then we'll try and see if we can get a like goal more, and I'll grow it until the end of the year, and we can have, I'll get M to shave stuff into it, and I have to wear it around. Like, I don't know. We'll figure out a silly challenge. But yeah, if this video gets 800 likes in 24 hours, I'll grow this beard for another month, and then we'll start creating some ideas about shaping it into some weird things. But in any case, we go on with the show and on with positivity. Thumbs up. Let's smash out the rest of this year with some great attitude. So come on. Thank you very much to those that support the channel through the medium of Patreon, YouTube membership on screen at the moment. And as well, thank you to those that support over on that other place that I can't mention because apparently it's a problem. They should be on screen now. And remember to do that thing. I can't say any more because, again, it's a problem. Also, just to let you know, I will be returning back to live stream this week, maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times. It'll be part of the test, but that'll be a nice little treat to see you all if you don't come over to that other place that I can't mention because it's a problem. First of all, let's kick off the news with game stuttering and lots of dropped inputs and functionality issues. So I don't know if everybody's been experiencing this, and I don't know if this is like a one-size-fits-all. A lot of the times this can be down to various different reasons: location, internet speed, device. But look, here's something that I've experienced as well, and that is stuttering. Just like, it's like fight lag, battle lag, which is kind of weird because I've always been under the impression, especially from what people have told me, that when you go into the fight, you click that fight button, the fight then goes local. If it's a case that then the way that the interaction comes up with something like connection problems, then that indicates that maybe there's something wrong with the communication with the device and Kabam, or internet and Kabam. I think it's more of the time, it's like if your internet's fine, it's just communications with Kabam servers. Either way, when you've got the stuttering side of things, it does mean that your playstyle becomes very different. You become very cagey and very concerned about whether or not to move out. Especially if you've got that moment with judders. I mean, I've been on stream. A lot of people do come to my streams. We have some good rounds, and then at times you notice that kind of like it just shudders like that. It judders. It doesn't kind of go smoothly. Not smooth like butter, just judders. And even though this post began on the 11th of October, it kind of got a resurgence back over the weekend. And it was definitely something I was experiencing. So if you do feel you're experiencing any kind of things from the means of stuttering in game, it is important to come to the forums and kind of add to this just to get that level of feedback. Especially device can be very effective as well, just like device, operating system and things like that. More so I think with the iOS and Android sections, it does help out a lot to give Kabam the information to go, right, well, we better look at these devices and this operating system and trying to put something out as like a rectifying the situation. Also, sticking with the idea of dropped inputs or things like Parrys not working, from a point of timing, I think this is a bit of an issue. Timing is very different on different devices, which is a bit of a weird thing. When I'm playing Em's phone from time to time, like say for whatever reason she's struggling from a point of like when she clicks down, it's a case she has to do it about 2 times before I would on my iOS devices. So on my iPhone 11 Plus, it would be a case of like I just like click, you click for the parry when you see it coming in. But with her Android device, which is a Samsung S9 or something, she has to put it in about twice as quickly, or at least a lot more quickly than I would normally do it. So say the champion is running towards you, right? She has to do it literally then, because it doesn't catch up with the processing. But when it comes to like my iPhone 11 Pro, I literally kind of like, as soon as the enemy's close, boom, there we go. It's just like, it's right there. It's right when that movement comes in. It's weird to be like here, click for the parry, rather than here, which is like the normal time when you parry. So yeah, latency when it comes to devices is a big issue, more so for Android than it is for iOS. But I think later iOS devices do suffer as well. But it's definitely something of a resurgence of players that have been going, look, we'd like to see something done about this. And also like more information needs to be done on the subject. Which then leads us on to something about network connection issues post the micro update that went in, which I think is 28.2.2, which looks to address a lot of the network connection. We did talk about this, I believe, on Friday when we talked about this hasn't been covered adequately, especially with lots of players still having problems, especially with still seeing this post-update when it comes to like Alliance Wars, Alliance Quest, incursions and stuff like that. It's definitely not meaning for a nice experience, and like 15th of October I think is when the update went in, but it's still an issue. But it does look like it is iPhone 7 and Android related. It's trying to find out whether or not it could be a bit more wider than the devices that have been mentioned, but it definitely looks like this is certain or specific devices. Also, shout out to Kabam Frenchie that did come into the Discord on Friday, so that's the RichTheMan Discord, and did say, I was working a team since the release of the new update, as I always had the crashing issues literally every 2 to 3 fights, and after a day I could not even connect to the game. But we could not identify the issue at this time. That was Thursday 8th of October. I simply restarted my phone, and as a 99% of bugs, restarting fixed everything for me. This is telling me that this may not be an issue with the game itself, but rather a weird interaction with a new build version versus devices. I don't know if this is going to be going to fix it for everyone, but it's worth a shot. So yeah, I mean, restart if you can. And also saying that I have an iPhone 7 Plus 2. Multiple colleagues had the issue, but I'm unsure of their devices. But since the update, the team is working on it, gathering data, logs, etc. to find the source of the issue. I don't know how the progress they have made though. Yeah, hopefully something is done about this in the future, as I know there are a few players still kind of like struggling with the connection things. I don't know if it's sorted out at the weekend. Maybe try that thing that Kabam Frenchie said about, like, you know, restarting the device and trying to see if it works like that. And it's not like a perfect fix, but if it gives you, I don't know, an hour to 2 hours, it's something rather than nothing. And we'll wait to see if there's any further update. Also, we put out episode 38 of the Contest Round podcast. So yeah, if you want to go and give it a listen, go and do that. It's a good show. We talk about a lot of stuff when it comes to connection problems, some stuff that's happened this week. I don't know if there's going to be an interesting week this week. I mean, we should be getting information about the next update, but there's no guarantees for that. Look how long it took last time for that, so we shall see. And now on to really cool news. Nick Coss has produced a Venomized Ghost Rider and Venomized Doctor Doom. So first of all, Venomized Doctor Doom is looking crazy cool. Look at that. And then as well, the Venomized version of Ghost Rider. I like the way they've done a lot of the magical elements here, especially of like the powers of both of them in this particular scenario. Man, it's amazing. Nick's done a fantastic job here. I think, as I always say, he keeps on outdoing himself every time he produces a video like this. So go and check it out. Link is in the description down below. Now on to our final story, which is arena predictions. All predictions are down below at the moment. I did make a mistake. I did do a bad prediction when it comes to the 5-star Red Hulk. And that's the thing. I think now I've got an idea of where these new ranks are going to fall, with I think a discrepancy of about 5 mil in my prediction. I went for a 22 mil because I thought this kind of like new ranking system would sort something out, but it's not. It was a 27 mil the champion went for. But as I said, predictions down below. Let's have a look at the results. This player, Big Evil, is claiming that they've done a 27.9 mil for Red Hulk, which is definitely way out. I think it's actually 6 mil out from what my prediction is. But as I said, because this is the first time and I kind of not new featured champion has come in with the new 300 ranking, and as well the arena changes, it does mean that doing the predictions will be better for me down the line. So yes, definitely with the round 2, I would say a 30 mil will be acceptable for a Red Hulk. With the 4-star, it also claimed that 5.2 mil was enough to pick up that, as claimed with info here. So I still go with like 5.5 mil for Red Hulk as a 4-star, just to be safe. And when it comes to Storm has gone for a lot less. Like, I have seen a Storm cutoff of about 2 mil flat. Yes, so that prediction, I think it was like 2.2 or 2.6 mil. By the way, I can't return back to my videos to take a look at what I put in them. Great, innit? Because apparently that's a problem. So I can't check back my score. So I'm going to have to like find a way to kind of write down where I've done predictions for it. But yeah, 2.5 mil will be enough the round 2. It just gives you a little buffer zone from 2 mil to that extra 500k. But yeah, as soon as you hit 2 mil, just keep going a little bit more and you'll get the champion for round 2. Anyway, massive thank you to everybody that supports the channel. Please keep supporting it as well. Support Rich's Realm as well. Support on that other thing that I normally stream on, but I can't mention the name because apparently it's a problem. Check out some recent content up there. I'm not going to mention a lot of this YouTube stuff in the future now. I'm just going to just get on with making content and we'll see what happens at the end of the year. But I appreciate everybody. Love you all so bloody much. And I'll see you all later on for some live streams. Bye-bye, everybody.